I'm Josh Schrock with Eerie Abbey Ales, and this is What the Ale Beer of the Week. We're going to be talking about our Irish Stout, the Paddy O'Brien. We just released this beer for St. Patrick's Day, and I really like this stout. It's 6%. It's so easy to drink. It's got coffee notes, chocolate notes. It's got a full body mouthfeel, and it's going to be a great beer. At 6%, it's going to be a great beer to sit out on our patio and drink in those 65, 70, 75 degree spring days when it's nice and windy and you're getting blown around. This is What the Ales Beer of the Week, the Paddy O'Brien or Irish Stout. Tasty. So James and I actually met at McNelly, South City, over a beer, started talking about our love for beer, and he told me that he homebrewed, so I went with him, started homebrewing. This is probably 2014. Started homebrewing. This is probably bragging a little bit, but we just felt like we never made a bad beer. So we started inviting friends and family over to have this, got positive feedback, and eventually decided we would make a go of it to try and become a brewery. And we both live out south, and we wanted to open up a brewery in Jinx, but we just couldn't find a location. Well, I think it was at Harvest Fest downtown here at the ballpark. Daniel Regan from Price Family Properties came up to us and said, "Hey, I've got a place for you guys." He's like, "It's right on Main Street, downtown, first floor of the Oil Capitol building." And we thought, no way, that's going to be way too expensive for us. But we got in there, did a tour, everything lined out, and we just knew this was going to be the place for us. We took everything that was in the space that we're in now, we took all of that out and rebuilt it from the brick and the exposed ceiling beams all the way, to what you see now when you come into the tap room, which are, giant pictures of Belgium, our menu board, art that we have, tables and chairs, all that kind of stuff. We felt it was really important to keep the floor, the original floor that that was in the building, and rather than restore it, spend thousands of dollars restoring it, we cleaned it the best that we could, and we left it in all its imperfections. And I think it really adds a lot of character to the building. I'm actually really proud of the overall look that we've created, how we've stayed true to the building, and yet put Eerie Abbey's stamp on it. So early on when we were brewing, we discovered Belgian-style beers were really a favorite for both of us. It's a passion of ours. We love all the old Abbey ales, the St. Bernardus, the Chimay, the Duval, all of those beers, light, dark, all of it. And so that's always been a focus of ours, trying to recreate those as true to the style as we can, and then also taking some liberties to add some twists, fruit here, maybe a different hop profile there. But we really try to stay true to the tradition and then also introduce our own spin on things. So we love Belgian-style beers, but in addition to that, we realize that Belgian isn't for everyone. Maybe you don't like Belgian-style beers. Maybe you just are really a hophead. So we actually have 16 different taps in the brewery. 8 to 10 of those are always going to be Belgian-style, but we try to keep 6 to 8 beers on tap that are not Belgian-style. IPAs, pale ales, stouts, saisons, anything like that. And you'll have to visit us often to be able to see the different kinds of beers because they rotate pretty frequently. In the tap room, we have music every first and third Fridays of the month. Now, I am working on potentially getting every Friday, but right now we have a food truck on Thursday, and then always on Thursday, and then every first and third Friday we have a food truck and live music. The overall vibe of the tap room is pretty laid back. I'd say, most of our clientele are between 25 and 55. We have a lot of people just getting off work that show up in happy hour. We have a happy hour special from 4:30 to 6:30. It's 25% off beer. So we have a lot of people that get off work and come down here and drink. And then we also have a lot of people that live down here who will stop in for a beer. So our busy times are usually 4:30 to 6:30, and then probably 8 to 9 o'clock. We've got a few beers coming up that we're excited about. We've got a triple that's coming out that's going to have apricot in it, and then we've got a mango wit beer that's coming out soon. And then my personal favorite, I've been begging our brewer to do this for years, James. We're doing an imperial version of the Lich, which was already imperial, but we're kicking it up to 12%. and it's gonna have pecans in it, vanilla, cinnamon, and it's just going to be an awesome experience. So we're calling that the Praline Pecan Lich. So you have to check that out. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram, Eerie Abbey Ales. You'll be able to see when we're going to release that. Another exciting thing about being in the Oil Capital building, Price Family Properties told us they were going to be building apartments above us, and after 2 years, they did. And now it is full up there. And one of the fun things has been getting to know all of the people that live in the apartments above us. They'll come down of an evening. I had one gentleman tell me that he heard our live music and thought, hey, why not? I'm going to come down and grab a beer, which all of you should do as well. But yeah, it's been a joy to be able to see and get to know people, because that's really the goal of our being here in downtown, is to become a community hangout for people that live down here and people that work down here. We just want to get to know all of you, have a beer with you, and learn, just more about where you're from, what you do, and who you are.